Dallas Cowboys lost this game to the San Francisco 49ers. I believe the final score was 19-12. Look, here's what needs to happen. Dallas is given too many times of chances to Dak Prescott. It's obvious he's not the guy. Anybody who keeps defending him at this point is delusional. I know you want a certain type of quarterback to win for you guys, but the reality is he's not getting the job done, okay? He's had way too many interceptions over the course of the last games of the season. Here's what Dallas Cowboys need to do. One, you got to move on past Dak. You got to move on past Zeke. You got to let Cooper Rush walk as well. Just straight up facts. Work out a trade deal. I don't know how you're going to restructure Zeke, Dak, how you're going to restructure their deals, but that's one of the first things that you need to do. When it comes to Dak, get rid of him. If you have to create a three-way trade after you restructure this deal, do that. I'd say restructure three-way trade with Jets and Packers and figure out something that kind of way. Dallas also needs to let Zeke walk. They have Tony Pollard, they have Malik Davis, and they have another person in there that could really get the ball rolling. Also, this season wasn't Kellen Moore's fault. Yes, there's some questionable things that he does, but for the most part, I'm seeing that Dak is looking the wrong way, passing to the wrong receivers at the wrong time, and forcing things like he's always done for the past few seasons. Ever since CD has been here, Dak has constantly forced the ball to CD Lamb, forcing him to be a quote-unquote number one. CD is finally coming to his own, but I still consider him a 1B, but not really a 1A type receiver. 1A receivers are like Jamar Chase. Straight up, you know that the dude's going to dominate regardless of whatever, you know? I don't look at him as a Jamar Chase type. There's times where he should be catching the ball with two hands. He tries with one hand. That's annoying to me. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of Dallas Cowboy fans are delusional about what type of team this is. This team just ain't it with that quarterback. And here's what's the most disturbing part. I hear a lot of people talking about Tony Romo when Tony Romo never had a defense that's stout like this defense. He's had a few great players on defense, but he's never had a total defense that gets to the ball and dominates. He's never had that. He's had DeMarcus Ware. He's had Mike Jenkins. Mike Jenkins couldn't even stay healthy. If Mike Jenkins stayed healthy, I think he would have had a better shot at winning something, but he couldn't even stay healthy. So you can't tell me nothing about Tony Romo. Tony Romo wasn't throwing interceptions in the playoffs like this. And let's go back to the Green Bay game for Tony Romo. The fact that it wasn't called a no catch that wasn't Tony Romo's fault. And then let's say he did catch the ball and Dallas would have scored, which they would have. Now you're leaving time on the clock for Rodgers. And Rodgers was destroying us. Okay? Our defense was horrible. It wasn't good at all. You had Scandrick. He couldn't even cover a cold, okay? So it just is what it is. Dak has to go. This game is primarily on Dak. When it comes to Kellen Moore, there were only 2 plays that I saw that were bad calls. Okay? The one bad call that I saw in particular was when Malik Davis came in the game. Right? They did some type of fake handoff. And the next thing you know, Dak is knocked down in the backfield. Then the second one was the very last play of the game where, number 9, he got hit sticked. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, man, dude, look. All I can say is this. You got to get rid of Dak. You got to move on past Dak. You got to move on past Zeke. I've never liked Zeke personally because Dallas didn't need him. You had too good of an offensive line. But you let Ronald Leary walk and go to Denver Broncos. So right there, let me know all I need to know then. They let specific players walk and not be able to retire as a Cowboy. And I was like, okay, I see where this is going. It's constantly the same thing. This is all about politics when it comes to football, and I'm sick of it. And how do I know about this? I used to work at Walmart, right? And every now and then we'd have Dallas Cowboys come through and they'd do like autograph signings. One day I was in the break room and a Dallas Cowboy named Randall Williams came through. And I was just, reading some scripture or whatever on my break. And he's like, that's a good book right there. And I was like, hey, out of curiosity, why aren't you playing more snaps doing this, yada, yada? He was like, man, it's politics. Football is politics. It's about what college you came from, this and that, and all that other stuff. I was like, wow. So it hit me on certain things that happened all the way through high school, college, NFL. A lot of these players that you should be seeing on the field aren't getting those chances because these coaches, the owners, hold them back. That's just the reality of it. So when this game, right, the game plan of the Dallas Cowboys should not have changed. It's about politics. So that's Mike McCarthy's fault. That's Jerry Jones' fault. And it's Kellen Moore's fault for not putting Malik Davis in this game. The game plan did not have to change after Pollard left the field. But because of politics is the reason why you didn't see Malik Davis on that field. And it's wrong. And the only thing only pushback I'm going to give Kellen Moore is the fact that he doesn't have an I formation offense. It's because of that Dallas does struggle. You need a fullback. I understand you have offensive linemen and tight ends in the backfield. All that, that's fine and dandy, but you need a I formation type running package. You need that. In the NFL to work, you need to get back to what really works and helps teams win. That's one of the reasons why Dallas Cowboys were so successful in 2014, because they had that run first, run balance offense that could open up the play action and do whatever. That's the reason why I was so successful. This team could be more successful. It could help the defense get more of a breather. I always saw Micah Parsons on the sideline, or not on the sideline, but in the game. It could be the third play. This dude was already out of breath, and he wasn't even on special teams. So we need to get it together. Look, I'm a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. I love my boy Pat Mahomes. I'm not as much a Dallas Cowboy fan as I used to be because of what happened to Romo. And I just look at this thing objectively like it should be looked at from the outside looking in as opposed to being just a fan. You need to really take a look at this thing when you guys who are fans are looking at this stuff and evaluating. Dallas has to get a new quarterback. Keep the running backs you got except for Zeke. Get rid of him. I don't care if he wants a pay cut. Get rid of him. You can't keep him. He's too slow. He's never really read the running lanes correctly. He doesn't have hand-eye coordination like it should be, okay? But Malik Davis, he reminds me of DeMarco Murray in the regard of he could cut it back one way. He sees that the line is closed off, and he'll run the opposite direction. DeMarco Murray was the same way. Adrian Peterson was the same way. You know what I'm saying? I like running backs who know how to turn the opposite field. So until they get a running back like that, or should I say utilize a running back like that, and if Dallas Cowboys don't want to use an I formation package, it's going to be a long, long season. Also, fans are not fans, but the players, Dak lost the players. You got to get rid of them. After that game, Dak Prescott lost the loyalty and the trust of his players to back him up and to really compete and be behind him on the field. Don't get me wrong, they're making money and they got to do a job. But at the end of the day, he lost his locker room, man. You don't need a quarterback like that no more who don't trust you. These people don't trust you. I'm not going to say Dak don't trust you, but you don't need a locker room like that where your teammates don't trust you. So Dak, you got to go, buddy. I'm sorry. You, Zeke, Cooper Rush is another one. He got to go. Get you some quarterback in there, maybe a veteran. I'd like to see Rodgers. I know it may not be possible dealing with Jerry, but you got to get Aaron Rodgers in there. You got to get a quarterback in the draft, maybe second, third round. Do something, but you can't keep Dak on this team. It's just the reality of it. You keep him on this team, you just ain't going to win. He had everything for him. He had a defense, special teams, offensive line, running backs. What more could you ask for? Tight ends. It's over. He had the offensive coordinator who did a really great job. Top offense, 2 straight seasons. It's not Kellen. It's your quarterback. I'm out.